South Carolina obviously is going to be the first state where there's a majority of black support as opposed to Nevada, New Hampshire, and Iowa. But I do think that Joe Biden will win, and I think that he will get a bump after this. And so I think a lot of people, even with the generational divide in South Carolina, I think that a lot of people will start moving towards Joe Biden.
There are many communities where kids literally don't have the infrastructure to do this type of virtual learning at an early age. So I think that a hybrid approach is something that will work. What I reject is the notion that anyone on the left or the right are interested in killing kids, sending kids back to school to die. I reject that type of language.
I'm not sure that Cardi will actually run. I don't know if she would want to miss out on that money that she makes in land.
You did it, yes!
I think it was Justice O'Connor, I think it was Reagan, maybe 82 or so, when he appointed her. She was the first woman. It wasn't that there weren't qualified women to sit on the Supreme Court at that time. The pipeline was not there for them. And so in the same way, it's what we're seeing now on the courts. There is no pipeline for not just African American women, but women in general. And there are many things that the administration probably should have done early on. There are things that we know now about PPE. If you listen to people like Governor Cuomo himself said that there are things that he knows now that if this ever happens again, his state will be prepared for. But there are none of these states were prepared for our economy shutting down, for a global pandemic to hit us. And so these are a lot of things that we need to take into consideration as we're criticizing people, the government's
one word
response.
we have not mentioned today, and you have not heard it in weeks, is quid pro quo. That is where we started. The whistleblower said that the Trump administration had engaged in a quid pro quo.
But I think that this is a good barometer. This is a good gauge for future candidates and how to engage in the black community. I just wish you would stop tweeting as much.
The midterms will probably be a bloodbath for Democrats, simply because there are going to be so many of us who are not just disappointed or disaffected. There are going to be a number of people who will see what 2 years of a Joe Biden and a Kamala Harris presidency or administration looks like and will say to themselves, we got this one wrong.